Alright, let me just test the sound. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, we're good, we're good. Alright, shalom, shalom. For the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, first off and foremost. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Karkadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Brother Shapaya from GMS Chicago, coming at you again with a lesson through the Spirit. And actually, I'm going to start it off like this. As you see in the title, stay active in the Spirit. All right? And the reason why I'm saying this, you don't want to become stagnant in the truth. All right? You don't want to plateau and level out. You should always be abounding and growing. And as I'm teaching this lesson, hey, I'm speaking of myself too. You know, try to keeping myself on fire, holding myself to that same standard. This is Revelations 3 and 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. So the Lord, hey, one or the other, yeah and nay. Either you into this thing or you ain't. The Lord said he would rather have you cold, which means you ain't in the truth. It's better for you not to know the truth than to come into it and pussyfoot around, or be hot for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? There ain't no fucking, there's no gray area. All right? So because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of thy mouth. And so you don't want that from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. David prayed for it. Psalms, the 51st chapter. Take not that Holy Spirit away from me. So when we get into the Spirit, when we get into this truth, this is not nothing to fuck around with, man. All right, I'll do it when I feel like, no, fuck that. The Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, it has to rest upon you, man. Now, yeah, you have your days where your quota may be this, and you have your low days, but stay in the Spirit, man. All right, because it's just like if you're working out, you got your regimen every fucking week. Shit, if you fall off, say you start working out for 3-4 months, like you lose a lot. You lose a lot. So you don't want to be that type of man. You don't want to be that type of person. Okay? Matter of fact, this is 1 Timothy 4. And I'm going to start with 12. Till I come, give attendance to reading. Now, hey, some brothers don't read as much as other brothers. Hey, this ain't no dick measuring or pissing contest, man. Eat, how does it go? Matter of fact, Salaki, before I finish this, because I got to give you the balance that's sufficient for you. Aha. Proverbs 25:16. Hast thou found honey? Now, what's honey? Is not honey the truth? All right. Eat as much as sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomit. So you don't want to be a dog, return to your vomit, because with much studying comes, with much wisdom comes the weariness of the flesh, man. So you don't want to be eating, then you start throwing up, you start going off, you start spewing wayward doctrines, man. So there's a balance to eating, there's a balance to learning. Even Sirach teaches us manners, right? Yeah, you don't supposed to be like I'm trying to think of how it's written in Sirach, but you just don't supposed to be like a fat ass, a glutton, all right? And eat. Hey, you'll fuck yourself up. Matter of fact, The scriptures talk about if you eat too much, you got to put your finger down your throat and throw up just to relieve the pain in your belly, man. All right, so there's a balance with this truth. All right, so let me go back to 1 Timothy 4:13. Till I come, give attendance to reading. All right, so have your own reading schedule, your reading level, or have you. If you see your brother read 20 chapters in a day, you may not be able to read 20 chapters in a day. Just do enough that's sufficient for thee. Okay. Give attendance to reading, to exhortation, which this is extra exhortation, to doctrine. So study to show thyself approved, right? Neglect not the gift that's in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying the hands of the presbytery, which is the body or the order of the elders. All right, so what's the gift that is in us? The prophecies, to preach. All right, what was me if I preach not the gospel? So that's why I mean when I say stay active in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's everybody. Okay? And the Lord says, hey, give the same diligence. Some brothers may do 3 vids a week. Other brothers try to shoot for 1 video a day. Hey, we prophets. Hey, our mouth should never stop unless we want to close up, the heavens of the rain. And the only time we really close our mouths is, hey, when we don't want to give our pearls to the swine. But for the most part, hey, we daily in the temple of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai prophesying. It says, meditate on these things, give thyself wholly to them. So you're supposed to give yourself, matter of fact, let's get that word holy. Is that 1 Timothy 4:15? Get the blue letter. 4:15. Let's get this Greek word for holy. So like it's taking a little time to pull up. All right, here we go. It says, in, by, with, etc. Let me get the Strongs. In place, state of time, relation of rest, about, against, altogether. So it says, basically, you're supposed to become one. All right? It says mightily, one, quickly. Preposition. Whole, all right? Whole. So when you become whole, you become one, all right? You become one, all right? When you get into different molecules and things of that nature, when you get into chemistry and things of that nature, it's like binding together, man. So you become one, all right? So to become one, you got to give yourself over to reading and studying to show yourself approved, all right? Because the scriptures say we should always be what? Matter of fact, this is Colossians 2, starting in verse 1. Rooted, Colossians 2, verse 7. It says, rooted and built up in him, established in the faith, as you have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. So you're supposed to be abounding in this word, right? I'm in the culinary arts, right? So let's say you start with the lowest position in the kitchen. You start off as a dishwasher. Now, do you want to stay at a dishwasher's level? No. Eventually, you want to let me become a busser. Let me see how this thing operates. Then you probably go from busser food runner, all right? Because now you're abounding in the business. You're starting to learn the logistics, the ins and outs, all right? From food runner to prep cook, from prep cook to line cook, from line cook to lead line cook, then to junior sous chef, or chef de cuisine, all right, to executive sous chef, to chef. And then, you still work your way up to corporate things of that nature, but you want to abound in whatever field you're in is what I'm trying to convey, okay? So we should never plateau. You should always be going up for the peak, all right? This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, just like it said, established, rooted, okay? Same thing that was written in Colossians, right? Unmovable, always abounding in the work of Adonai. Always abounding in the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This truth should pump you up, man. Salakia, I just got turned up in the spirit. Salakia. A little white wine in the nighttime, man. Sauvignon Blanc, 2007. But nonetheless, all right, always abounding. Okay, you never want to get satisfied, man. Okay? Although the truth is satisfying, there's more things to learn. There's more things to critique. There's more things to get better at. I'm not the best man, the best Hebrew Israelite prophet that I could be because I'm in this flesh. So guess what? Each day, critique more and more. Each week, critique more and more. Trim your lamps, man. All right? Let me get another one. Shit. It's rock. And I'm just reading this. Rock 39 and 12. Yet have I more to say, which I have thought upon. For I am filled as the moon at the full. On this parabolic talk, right? Hearkening to me, ye holy children, and bud forth as a rose growing by the brook of a field. All right? When a rose buds, it just don't stay as a bud. It eventually blossoms. So, matter of fact, it grows. Matter of fact, Salaki, I almost dropped that. This is 2 Peter's 2 and 2. As newborn babes desiring the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. All right, so you don't want to be stagnant. All right, the scriptures, which is the milk, the basics of the scriptures is the milk. You grow. And when you grow, now you're able to eat and digest the meat. All right, so now that I'm learning meat, eating this protein, I'm getting a little bit stronger. I'm getting a little bit more knowledge, wisdom, understanding that I will be able to apply in my daily life. And not only that, I will teach others. Matter of fact, this is living. This is St. John 7 and 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. All right? Living water is not stagnant. Stagnant water, you're going to get all those fucking parasites, fucking mosquitoes, gnats, all right, all types of shit you don't want. But if you ever seeing the current of a natural flowing river, it's amazing. It's matter of fact, water is so amazing. It cuts stone. Okay, when you sit there and watch the river banks, the water has cut all that out. All right, it's a living. Uh, uh, it's basically a living body. Same thing with the truth. All right, we're always twisting and turning and getting into the scriptures, cutting here and there. All right, and it's not stagnant at the end of the day. All right, it's full of life. Okay, full of life. So you have to be apt to teach, ready to teach. All right, like Peter says, willingly and not by constraint, man. All right, so hey, being active in the spirit. Hey, if you ain't reading today, watch your videos. Okay, if you can't watch your videos, read. Do a sit down. Say you can't do none of that. RT News. Hey, stand upon your watch. Matter of fact, Sirach 39th chapter, we supposed to be occupied in the prophecies, man. Habakkuk 2 said what? I will stand upon my watch. The Lord put us on these watchtowers, man. Because we're actively looking for the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Actively doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hastening in the day. Turning up for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. That's what we're supposed to be doing, man. Putting on as the elect. Doing the things doing the things necessary to be saved, man. At the end of the day, that's what we're doing, man. And don't take this job lightly, man. Like, too much is given, much is required, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has endowed upon us a job to do. So don't put the Lord off day to day. Oh, I'll do it this and I'll do it. No. Do what you got to do for Yahweh Shem Yahushai now. Matter of fact, do what you got to do for Yahweh Shem Yahushai first. Everything else is secondary, man. You got to find that balance, man. You don't want to be worried about this and that, this and this. Now you're not active in the spirit because you're worried about this too much, right? A man that's, how does it go? A man that's occupied in bullocks, his talk will be of bullocks, all right? Let me get that real quick. Sirach 38 and 25. Matter of fact, 24. Wisdom of a learned man cometh by the opportunity of leisure. So if you ain't got shit to do, things that listen, I just looked at your comment. I'm sitting here reading it, man. Hey, that's the spirit. Yeah, I'll drink some wine of that. All right. If you have leisure time, free time, if you will, okay, get into wisdom. Matter of fact, before I finish this, hold on. This is Sirach 6 and 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord and meditate continually in his commandments, which that includes the prophecies. Going back to Sirach 39th chapter, first verse. It says, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thy heart, your mind, and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. So you have to desire this thing. You have to be hungry for it. Okay? Now going back to Sirach 38, start at 24 again. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. And he that have little business should become wise. Little business and all this other shit, man. All right? Especially if you young, and the scriptures talks about breaking up the follow mind. All right? And everything you learn, throw it out the window. Get your mind ready for the truth. All right? Be ready to grow. Be ready to listen. Be ready to hear. Give thyself over to wisdom. All right? You have to be hungry for this thing. You have to desire it. Okay? So don't worry about no fucking women. Don't worry about your friends. Don't worry about your family. Worry about Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Alright? Because hey, and most brothers could attest to this, when you first come into the truth, you the hungriest ever, man. You are the hungriest ever, man. Because you getting it for the first time. Okay? Oh, that's the spirit. Matthew 5 and 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, so shall they be filled. Hey, what did Yahweh Shai tell that lady? Him that drinketh of this well should thirst no more. Okay? So, hey, that's how you should be. Hey, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Wherefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom, man. Being kingdom-minded is to dwell and meditate upon wisdom. Because that's where we're trying to go, right? Verse 25. This is right 30 and 25. Okay? How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the gold, and driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talks is of bullocks? All right? That's all the metaphor of actually working, man. All right? How can you get wisdom if I gotta worry about my job, I gotta worry about my kids, I'm this and that. Now, I'm not telling you not to fucking work. First and foremost, know your craft. But your first and most important craft is a spiritual craft. All right, we're a spiritual Freemasons, man. Master builders. First thing we're supposed to be doing is our first love. And that's doing the work of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Okay? Verse 26, he giveth his mind to furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder. All right? So this is on a physical note. But guess what? If you're going to hold the plow, if you're going to glory in the gold and driven oxen, you got to do that spiritually. Like I said, this is talking about physically, because how can a man be wise if he's just worried about this? All he's going to do is talk about bullocks, like a fucking mechanic in his fucking work. All he's going to do is talk about engines, transmissions, things of that nature. Okay? So yeah, it goes into trades and crafts and things of that nature. All right, and you can read the rest of that chapter, but listen, your first job is doing this work of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. All right, if you caught up in anything else, that's what you're going to be talking about. All right, first start with the spirit of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, and then, like I said, you got a job, you got other shit. Put your stuff into perspective. Put your shit in order, man. All right, you should be. Let me put it in the right words. Learn how to manage your time. Okay? And the first thing on your list is Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. Everything else is secondary. And that's really the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear that. But that's the truth. All right? You can't love your son more than Yahweh Shemiah Shai. You can't love your mother or father more than Yahweh Shemiah Shai. And that's what that's going into when it says a man can't follow me unless he hate his father. All right? It's putting things in perspective. All right? No, you honor your father and mother. All right? But you put Yahweh Shemiah Shai first. That's a stumbling block for a lot of you niggas, man. You just don't get it, man. Okay? Can't love your wife more than Yahweh Shemiah Shai. None of that, man. You solely and purely have to be active in the spirit, one way or another. All right? Simply put, man. All right? And I'll end it with this. I learned this scripture through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai through the brother Matt from the elder of I might as well just say GMS Iowa, but Des Moines, however you say it. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 9. 2 Corinthians 9 and 6. But I say this, he which soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly, and he that soweth bountifully shall reap bountifully. All right. So hey, it's just like the man with matter of fact, should be Matthews. I'm gonna start at 16. All right, because the more work you put in, the more you get out. All right. So stay active, right? This is Matthew's 25 and 16. Then he said, then he that received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them another 5 talents. So what did he do? He went to go double the money. He put in the work to double the money. All right. Likewise, he also that had the two, he also gained another two. But he that received the one went and digged it in the earth and hid his Lord's money. He was a niggard about it. Right? All right. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoned with them. All right. And he said unto him that had 5 talents, Salakia. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought another 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou hast delivered unto me the 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides these 5 more talents. That's like the fruit you bring into the truth, the work that you're doing, right? All right, you got to double the Lord's money. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more. And the Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I shall make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord, which is the kingdom of heaven. As a matter of fact, that's the first resurrection, man. All right, not having that, touching that second death. All right. I'm gonna go straight to 24. This is the point, right? Because it goes on to tell you the two who received the two, basically the same thing, right? Verse 24. Then he said, which had received the 1 talent, came and said, Lord, I knew thee was a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and I gathered, I gathered where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid and went and hid the talent in the earth, right? You know what's that's called? It's called putting your candle under a bushel, right, under your bed, all right? Supposed to let your light shine, not hide it, man. You don't supposed to hide the truth. You supposed to, I testify my Savior openly, man, all right? You don't supposed to hide the truth. Matter of fact, Psalms 40 and 10, I have not hid thy righteousness within my heart. I have declared thy faithfulness and thy salvation. I have not concealed thy loving kindness and thy truth from the great congregation. So you don't supposed to hide what Yahweh Shem Shai gives you, man. Right? Hey, Paul said, how did he say it? Oh my, it escapes me. Basically, Paul was speaking on how he didn't conceal or keep back some of the mysteries of Yahweh Shem Shai. I'm butchering it. Oh, I forget how he said, I have not something to tell you. Oh, I forget. It's going to make me angry that I forget. But if the brother could post it, hold on. So, like, I really want to find it. Hold on. So, like, I'm really trying to find it. Hold on. So, like, you bear with me. Hey, the water you call. You a real one. Don't drink to that. Hey, shalom to all you brethren that's on the comment board watching. Acts 20 and 26 and 27. Wherefore I take you the record this day that I am pure from the blood of men, for I have not shunned. That was crazy. I put in shunned, but I didn't put shunned in. All right. Shunned is declaring to you all the counsel of Yahweh. The water. I'm satisfied now, man. All right. So, hey, like Paul said, he gave it all, man. He showed it all. He didn't hide one little jottle. All right. Well, he didn't hide nothing. Okay. Damn, the water. Hey, that was the spirit. So going back to this Matthew 25, and I'm gonna go back to 25. And I was afraid, and I went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. And the Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant. Why? The Lord called him slothful. Slothful. When you get into Sirach, it says, hate not their laborious work. Don't matter of fact, it's like I gotta get it now. Gotta get it now. This is Sirach. Oh, there's so many of them, man. Yeah, here it go. Yep. Proverbs 18 and 9. He also that is slothful in his work is a brother of him that is the great waster. You're a fucking Edomite at the end of the day. Spiritually, if you ain't shining your candle or giving all the counsel of Yahweh Shem Shai and you hiding things, you're slothful, man. You ain't hitting the streets. You ain't doing these videos. You ain't doing the necessary things to stay in the truth, study to show yourself approved. If you ain't doing that, you just as bad as Esau. All right? Him that is not with me is against me. He scattereth abroad, man. So that's exactly what a lot of you niggas are doing, man. Damn. Man, so many scriptures on being slothful, man. But I'm just stick to the point because, god damn, man. Let me get back to this point. Verse 26, Matthew 25 and 26. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strong. That oughtest, it says, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming, I should have received my own with usury. So yeah, you gave this to some money traders. They would have made it double. If you was wise, you would have went and did that, but you didn't. You fucking hid it. All right. Too much is given, much is required, man. Verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it to him that have 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that has not, it shall be taken away, even that which he has. And cast ye the unprofitable servant, and that's what a lot of you niggas are, unprofitable, unworthy, servants into outer darkness, where there should be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So you niggas gonna eat a missile, man. You niggas that's not meeting the standards of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're gonna fucking eat a missile, man. All right? Hey, Paul said, woe is me if I preach not the gospel, man. And preaching the gospel is not knowing 50% of it, knowing 75% of it, knowing 80% of it, knowing 99.99999% of it. No. You have to know it all. And you got to give it with all your might, matter of fact. Where is it at? I forget it's the scripture. Basically, when you do something, you gotta do it with all thy might. Slovakia. Let me get it. Deuteronomy 6 and 5. Thou shalt love Yahweh thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. So if you love Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you're going to keep the commandments to the best of your ability. What Yahweh Shai tell Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep. And you're going to do that with all your might. Not by constraint, but willingly. You have to be willing to do the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And a lot of you niggas are, oh, that's good. I know I'm an Israelite. Yet still being a nigga in the world. Or you niggas of the circumcision. You want to seem like a Israelite, a righteous Israelite, but you got all these niggerisms and bullshit rap battles and things of that nature that really has nothing to do with the truth, man. All right, Jake needs to fucking wake up and get up out of that shit. Rap battles and all that. Passover is going on, man. Well, it ended. Now it's still, man. Like, you niggas are idiots, man. Some of you guys are fucking idiots, and you just use the truth as a platform, and that's really what it is to a lot of you guys, man. But the Lord see it. Hopefully, some of you guys get right, but if you don't, oh well, you know. But hey, with that, hey, I pray this was edifying. The water for you, Akim and Akwaf, that's on the comment board. Y'all put up some great script. Oh, I'm at least read that one. Sirach 43 and 3. And thou glorify Yahweh, exalt him with as much as ye can, for even yet he shall far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth ye all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough, man. So you supposed to do this. Hey, do the work, man. All right? Do the work. So with that, and I'm saying all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be, above, above.